What's up, good people? This is Yoksang from Junkie TV back again. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you my favorite three Logic Pro stock plugins in order to level up your mixing rap vocal game. So before we start up this video, I just want to give a big shout out to Ricky T. And he's coming up with his new album. It's called The Ground Floor. And in the album, one of the song is mixed, mastered, and recorded by me, and it's called Maybe. So I thought, why not make a tutorial about the process? I'll mention his links below. Make sure you visit his channel, subscribe him. He's a great rapper, lyricist, and a performer. Yeah, guys, show some love. So let's get into Logic Pro X. And a disclaimer: I won't be letting you guys hear the entire song. Rather than I'll just be letting you guys hear the hook of the song. You need to check out in his channel. He'll be dropping the album very soon. So before we start dropping in some plugins, I just want you guys to hear how it sounds raw as recorded and how it is gonna sound at the end of the video. So this is how it sounds raw.
Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can't keep my head off hell now. Lately I've been doing things that I didn't do before. Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can't keep my head off hell now. Lately I've been
And this is what I have come up with.
Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can't keep my head off hell now. Lately I've been doing things that I didn't know before. Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can't keep my head off hell now. Lately I've been
So that's dope, right? Okay, the first plugin that we are gonna use is the vocal transformer. So before using vocal transformer, I just want to rename the audio files. This is the main vocal out here, so I'm gonna name it main vocal. Uh, this is the harmony for the main vocal, so I'm gonna name it harmony. And this is the ad libs, and I'm gonna name it ad libs 1. And this is the second ad libs. So right now I'm making two panels for ad libs because of few reasons. You guys will get it later in the video. So in order to use vocal transformer, the first thing you got to do is like make a copy for the main vocal. So firstly, make a new audio file we've made out here. Let me just put it out here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a copy of the main vocal. We're gonna select the main vocal, go to edit, copy, and select the new audio file that we just created and paste it. So this is how it's sounding right now.
lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as
So there's not much changes, it just sounds loud, it sounds ridiculous. This is not how we want it to sound like. So what we're gonna do is like select the new audio that we just created and get into the audio effects panel and search for uh, pitch out here, and you can see out here vocal transformer and put it into mono. What we're going to do is like we're going to set the pitch value to plus 12.
lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can't keep my head off hell now. Lately I've been doing things that I didn't do before. Lately I've been losing
So this is what the plugin has done to the audio. What this plugin actually does is that it transposes the pitch of the audio, and like you can manipulate it. But this is how it's sounding when I put it at plus 12, and this is how it's gonna sound if I put it in minus 12.
Lately I've been doing things that I didn't do before.
But right now I just want it at plus 12.
Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now.
The only problem right now that I feel and hear is that the main vocal and the audio that we just created, they both are just clashing with each other, so we don't want that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pan the new audio to hard left and the main audio to a bit of right. Plus 10 will be okay.
Help now. Lately I can't keep my head up hell now. Lately I've been doing things that I didn't do before.
So we are done with the plugin number one. So second plugin that we're going to use is the tape delay. I like using tape delay for ad libs. So let's grab ad libs number one, select ad libs number one, and get into audio effects control and search for delay. And at the bottom you can find the tape delay and put it into mono. This thing pops up in your screen, so don't be afraid of using these knobs. You don't need to be a sound engineer in order to use this thing. These things are simple as, let me just switch off the tape delay and let me hear the ad libs. Did you hear the yeah? I want that yeah to sound like yeah, yeah. So this is how I want it to sound like. So the delay is working, but it's not working as it has to. So we need to set the value right. So this sounds fine. Make sure you don't apply the same setting as I have done, because every song has a different vibe, different tempo, different timing. So it's the value of the delay in every song's gonna differ. That is the reason I made two panels for ad libs, because the timing of the delay isn't same for both of the ad libs. Number two. So I just want that I've been to sound like that is how I want it to sound like. So what we're going to do is get into audio effects once again, get into delay, select the tape delay and put it into mono and get your values right. This is almost correct, but I just wanted to make it. Lately I've been doing things that I didn't before. Lately I've been doing things that I didn't do. Yeah, now this sounds right. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can keep my head up hell now. Lately I've been With this, let's move on to the last and the final plugin that I'm gonna use for today. And this is one of my favorite Logic Pro free stock plugins. These are absolutely free. You don't need to pay high prices for expensive plugins in order to use autotune. This is what I use in my favor. This is what I prefer over those expensive plugins. And this plugin is called the pitch correction. In order to use this, the first thing that you need to do is click on the main audio, get a copy of it, and create a new audio panel and paste it. So we've got this audio right here, and what we're going to do is like select the new audio and get into audio effects panel, go to pitch and the first option, the pitch correction, and put it into mono. And as soon as you do, this green and blue keyboard appears on your screen. Let me just tell you guys what this thing actually does. In your hard left, there's normal and low. It is basically for like what type of song it is. Is it sung in a normal scale or a low scale? And out in right, you have your response and detune. So in right, we have response, and this is for how fast you want the correction in your pitch to be done. So if I put it in slow, you won't hear any changes.
Lately I've been losing battles with myself.
And if you put it in fast,
Now moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now.
you heard what it has done. What we're going to do is like we're going to put the value of response to fast and we are not going to mess up with detune, because any changes in this value is going to detune your audio file, so we don't want that. At the top we have the root and scale. So what this software actually does is that it asks you information about in what scale or in which chord singer or the performer has actually sung or played. In order to set a correct scale, you need to figure out the vibe of the song. If it's more of a sad and mellow song, it has to be natural minor scale. In case of this song, it's natural minor scale. And the root, it's all about experimenting, because one might sound good to me but not to you. This is how it sounds with natural minor scale. uh, Made the range to low, response to 0, and root to C.
Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving
This
awkward
doesn't
as I'm
sound
looking
right.
for some help now.
You heard that C doesn't sound right, because the scale is set to minor and the root is played in major C. So that's absolutely not correct. So right now what we're gonna do is put the value to C sharp.
I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can
So
keep.
this sounds much better, but as I said you, it's all about experimenting. So let's try another.
Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can keep my head up hell now. Lately I've been doing things that I didn't know before. Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help
Okay,
now.
so this sounds absolutely fine. I'm going to use the same pitch corrected in vocal transformed audio. Get into pitch correction, mono, and yes sir, we're gonna put the value to fast, this to low, scale to natural minor scale, and root to F sharp minor as it is in the pitch corrected audio.
Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can keep my head up hell now. Lately I've been doing things that I didn't know before. Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can keep my head up hell now. Lately I've been.
So, and I'm gonna use the same pitch correction for the harmony also. This time we won't put it as fast as we can, but we're gonna put it into 20 ms, and this to low.
Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can keep my head up hell now. Lately I've been doing things that I didn't know before. Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can keep my head up hell now. Lately I've been.
We're almost done. What we're gonna do is get the ad libs 1 pan to minus 40 and ad libs 2 to plus 40. So what this is gonna give us is
My head up hell now. Lately I've been.
So this is it guys. We had this.
Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can keep my head up.
And we made it into something like this.
Lately I've been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now. Lately I can keep my head up hell now.
Hope you guys like
Lately
the
I've been
video.
doing
Do
things
share,
that I
subscribe.
didn't know before.
Yeah man,
Lately
peace
I've
out.
been losing battles with myself now. Moving awkward as I'm looking for some help now.